Well, we've actually picked up some good results, and we've also signed an absolute legend of football manager. So things are going pretty well as you join me in January. Hello and welcome once again to some more Football Manager 2022. This is part 6 of our Newcastle Let's Play. Thank you for the incredible support on the series so far. It's going really, really well. I'm really enjoying it, and if you're questioning some of the stuff in the background, I am currently getting a new boiler fitted, so everything's just in my studio, unfortunately. But yes, we are taking on Wolves away from home today. Before taking on Brentford at home, I think both of them we have a great chance of winning, because if you have a little look at what we've done since the last episode, although it went a little bit wrong against Aston Villa and we got absolutely pummeled 3-0, and actually got called into the board after that one. We had the dreaded board meeting to discuss our future. What I did manage to say was, let's forget about this season and, judge me on next season's results, which I thought this is going to go terribly. But actually, they said, yeah, okay, we'll forget about this season, but we expect a lot better next year. So that has massively took the pressure off now for the rest of the season. So as long as we stay up, of course, we can experiment a little bit. And you'll see I've had another tweak tactically again, sort of incorporating two of our previous tactics, and it seems to be working. So I switched to this tactic against Crystal Palace, and we won 3-0 through a João Moutinho penalty and a brace from Joe Willock, who has been in good form recently. We then beat Brighton away from home 2-1. Federico Fernandez and Renan Lodi getting on the score sheet there, before pummeling Salford 5-0 in the FA Cup third round, with Shea, Fernandez and Koundé scoring alongside a brace from Calvert-Lewin. So that all means that we are still in 14th place in the Premier League. I think that is kind of where we are going to level out. We're well clear of relegation worries, 9 points clear of that. But, a couple of more wins, and we're really getting up into the top half. So I think today is a big day. Obviously, Wolves just below us in the league, Brentford just above us in the league. 6 points today. That would go a long, long way to making us very safe in this division, which I'd be very happy with going forward. Now, what we have done is brought in some players. 2 of them you already knew about. One of them has just come in literally today. Jesse Lingard, we brought him in from Man United for £5.5 million. I really don't think that is too bad a deal for him. And although he hasn't played in the league yet, did all right in that cup match against Salford. We've also signed Dani Ceballos, who also played pretty well in that cup match. We signed him for £7 million, already worth 22 to 27 million. So again, I think he's going to be a key player. And this one I was really shocked about. ANDREA BELOTTI, we've managed to get for about £10 million. His contract was up in the summer, and we could have went in and approached to sign him and got him on a Bosman. But you cannot turn down a player of this quality when they become available. ANDREA BELOTTI, who has had an amazing time in Italy, and I think he's going to be a real star in the Premier League as well. He's already scored 8 and 14 this season for Torino. He's going to go straight into the starting lineup today, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how he gets on. Paul Dummett has gone. He is the only guy that has left us so far. Dubravka and Fernandez will be leaving as well. But it was time to go for Dummett, unfortunately. I do like Paul Dummett, but he just didn't really fit into my plans this year, and he's gone away to Everton. So let's have a little look at our tactical tweak, and it is a clean slate. I went for a completely clean slate, and I just put players into positions that I think would work well with our current squad. I thought, well, let's have a little look at the wide centre-back role, which seems to have been working really well. I thought Koundé would be excellent at it. I think in the summer we look for another wide centre-back to slot in there. Our wingers haven't been doing brilliantly. San Maximin was doing okay up top, so I popped him up top and then took away the wingers, and we've got Kraft and Lodi as our wing-backs, interchanging with Murphy, Manquillo and Jamal Lewis, so that works quite nicely. And then we've got this sort of midfield three that we can rotate between Declan Rice, Danny Ceballos, Jesse Lingard, João Moutinho, and all of that. So I think it's worked out pretty well. But today's team is as follows. We've got Rico starting in goal with Koundé, Lascelles and Cher as our back three. We've then got Krath and Lottie as our wing backs with Ceballos and Rice in the midfield, and Jesse Lingard starting behind Calvert-Lewin and the debutant ANDREA BELOTTI up top. So let's get into it. Let's see how we get on against Wolves today. We are going to give ANDREA BELOTTI, what number are we going to give him? I think give him the number 7. I think that's a pretty good number for a striker if you can't get number 9 or 10. So yeah, number 7 for ANDREA BELOTTI next to the number 11 Calvert-Lewin. Callum Wilson's on the way back as well. So I'm really hoping things are going to pick up over the next few matches. I'm really excited about having ANDREA BELOTTI in the side. I think he could be absolutely fantastic. So here we go. Let's get into it. Come on, Newcastle. Let's go and grab a few goals today against Wolves. We have been playing really, really well with this formation. I didn't talk too much about the tactical style. I'll maybe talk a bit more about it when we play Brentford. But here's Lottie on the left-hand side. Gets it into the middle and it's cleared away. But here's Declan Rice now to Koundé on the right-hand side. Is he going to whip it in? Well, no, he gets it back to Krath into the middle, and it's Lottie, and what a goal, and he has started to come out of his shell in this new formation. That's a brilliant volley into the top corner. That was awesome, and Koundé was the one that set that all up. That wide centre-back role seems to be really working for Koundé, and that was a beautiful half volley from Lottie into the top corner, and we're 1-0 up. Come on. Yes. And that puts us up to 13th as it stands above Tottenham Hotspur. Here's Lottie to Lingard now. Back to Lottie. Oh, nice little ball to Lingard into the middle, headed away. But here's Danny Ceballos to Krath. Krath on the ball now to BELOTTI, to Koundé. Lingard, and it's Calvert-Lewin, and he's starting to score now. But that could be given offside. I'm not sure. We'll just have to have a little look at this. Is it going to be awarded? It is awarded, so VAR works in our favour, and we're 2-0 up now. And it was Krath to BELOTTI, back to Koundé, who then crossed it into Lingard, then to BELOTTI, and then Dominic Calvert-Lewin sticks it into the back of the net, and we're 2-0 up. And this is exactly the sort of play that we've been going for. This is what I've wanted to see all year, and all of a sudden, it started to click. Soon as that pressure was off, that I wasn't going to lose my job, it's all started to click, which is fantastic. This is what I wanted to see. And, well, 2-0 up at half-time. I think we've got to be very, very pleased with that. We've created loads and the scoreboard reflects it. Come on. And just really some nice play between the players. And that little loop over the top from Koundé, he's done it a few times now, and he's really coming out of his shell. I mean, when we changed him to a ball-playing defender, he was starting to come into his own. But this wide centre-back role just really seems to suit him, which is awesome. Here's Hee Chan on the ball to Ruben Neves now. Here's Hover on the ball. Boots it forward, but Cher gets it. Now here's Lingard to BELOTTI to Calvert-Lewin. Can he swing it out wide? No, he's going alone. Back to Lottie into the middle. BELOTTI was there. Couldn't do anything. Ceballos to Calvert-Lewin, and that's his second. And now, this is the Dominic Calvert-Lewin that I wanted at the start of the season. And when Callum Wilson comes back into this side as well, that is going to be a big, big help towards us. BELOTTI couldn't get to it. Rice then to Ceballos, who got it forward to Calvert-Lewin first time. And we're 3-0 up, and this is just a completely different side. Those few additions that we've brought in, Ceballos and Lingard, have really helped. ANDREA BELOTTI's having a great debut as well. So it's all going rather swimmingly at the moment. Saint-Maximin, we're going to pop behind the strikers. I think he can work effectively in that position. We're going to bring off Ceballos and João Moutinho and see what he can do. But nice match from Ceballos so far. And looking like a very good signing, and we just look like a completely different side now. And you've got to say, up to 12th in the league, hopefully going to get to that positive goal difference. If we can keep this form up towards the end of the season, we're going to be in that top half. It's as simple as that. But there you go. Absolutely fantastic 3-0 victory. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, absolutely sensational today. And that's what we've been waiting for. That is what we've been waiting for. And now all of a sudden the press are talking about our little good run of form rather than the fact that we hadn't won for a long time before that. But this happened with Aston Villa last year. We had a terrible start with them. Of course, it was the Sir Alex Ferguson challenge, so they were in 19th, and we built them up a little bit. Had a terrible run of form. Took a long time to get our first victory at the club, but once we did, we were going from strength to strength. So I'm really happy with that. Really happy. We've got some excellent scout reports, by the way, but if you look at our transfer budget, it's on zero, and we are spending slightly over budget. Oh no, we're not anymore, actually, which is quite nice. We are going to fail UCL financial fair play, but we shouldn't fail the Premier League one, so I'm quite happy with that. And it tends to get better throughout the season. I've never really seen it just go down and down towards the end, especially a club with this much money in the coffers. But I don't think we need to buy anybody else in January, but you never know, somebody might come available, and we'll certainly look at the expiring. I tell you what, why don't we have a little gander now while you're here? What have I done here? So I've filtered it by international. Let's go on an overview. Contract expiring, and filter it by value. So we've got this Jesus Corona, who we were looking at signing in the summer, but alas we didn't. I mean, he's a winger. I'm not really going to look to be buying wingers. I want to keep this formation. I want to buy for this formation. I want to make this style of play work, because it really has been working nicely. If we get rid of that, Kylian Mbappe, who's he joining? Real Madrid. Okay, interesting. Dybala. Could we get Dybala? Do we think that's realistic? Oh, he's already accepted a contract offer, apparently. Is he joining Liverpool? I don't know. No idea. Brozovic. He's already gone. I mean, we're only halfway into January, and these players are already making their moves, which is quite crazy, really. There's obviously Mkhitaryan. He's joining he's going back to Man United, which is interesting. Zlatan, we did try and get Zlatan, but he's going to be joining Arsenal. I suppose, is it work permits? Is that where it's going into the next stage? So yeah, he doesn't look like he's gonna do it. I mean, is Isco really somebody that we want to be signing? I don't think so, if I'm honest. Gareth Bale still listed, not really doing anything. So maybe there isn't anybody for us at the end of this season. I suppose Tarkowski, he's only worth 1 million. He could possibly come in and do a little job for us between now and the end of the season. We'll have a little look. Ashley Barnes, maybe. But no, that's all looking absolutely fine. I might as well show you the tactic while I'm here. So we're trying to build a little philosophy here. So playing out of defence, because we don't want to go long ball approach of it. Try and overlap with the players further up the pitch, passing into space, so we've got those nice through balls. We're playing quite wide at a higher tempo with shorter passing. That all seems to work fine. When we're in transition, I've gone for regroup rather than counter press, just to try and reduce the amount of strain on our players, because a lot of them were getting very tired with what we were playing before. But when we do get the ball, we want to move forward quickly with it, and that has really been working well. And getting that ball to the flank, so Kraft and Lottie can go down that right or left hand side and whip it in to the middle. That's been working out well. A high defensive line so that we're meeting the ball sooner. When we're winning that ball, we're already halfway down the pitch. We're ready to go, and we are triggering the press a little bit more often. But yeah, it seems to be working. Fingers crossed it still works against Brentford. Okay, a couple of changes for this match then. We've brought in Alan Saint-Maximin up top instead of Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who's picked up a little knock. And we've also brought in Jacob Murphy on the right-hand side of defence because Emil Kraft is apparently finding it more important to go and join up with Sweden. How dare he? But anyway, let's get into it. We did have a little look at the expiring, and I'm not really seeing anything that's interested me at the moment, and that's absolutely fine. Sometimes you don't get cracking free transfers, and maybe we missed the boat a little bit. We could have possibly got a couple of the ones that are going to Man United or Liverpool, but it hasn't happened, and that's absolutely fine. So let's see how we get on against Brentford today. I'm really hoping that we can have another positive performance. We seem to be getting stronger throughout the match rather than early on, and here's Saint-Maximin early on, and well, that was a good tackle, but here he is again. Oh, it hits the post. That was a chance, but not taken. And now we regroup and hopefully get the ball back. That's the whole idea, and we're not tiring out too quickly, which is nice. Here's Lottie. Now to Jesse Lingard. Lottie again. Ceballos into the middle, and BELOTTI was there. That should have been in the back of the net, and it wasn't, unfortunately. So we'll encourage them again. But XG already over 1, so we are performing well at the moment. Here's Baptiste to Aya. Fernandez. Here's Jensen to Zanka. Now Tony. Ivan Tony, of course, scored against us in the reverse fixture. Here's Tony again. Zanka. Janssen to Baptiste. Oh, what a goal from Shandon Baptiste. And for the first time in a little while, we are behind now. And Brentford, are they going to shut up shop? That's the question. You can just see there's nobody marking him over here. And that was a great shot, but unfortunately we couldn't keep it out. Here's Saint-Maximin into the middle. It's headed away and nobody there to pick up the pieces. Here he is again though. Here's Shea on the ball, back to Saint-Maximin. Whips it across to Jacob Murphy, back to Shea now. Into the middle, Saint-Maximin. Shea. We're going to lose it here, aren't we? Here's Lingard to Maximin. Oh, it's over the bar. Wow, that's a pity, because it's been the one chance that Brentford have had, and we just haven't managed to take our chances. And that's been a problem earlier in the season. Here's Lottie to Saint-Maximin now. Lottie again. Saint-Maximin again. Oh, it's gone in, and I think that's BELOTTI's first goal for Newcastle. Probably not the way he wanted to bring it up, but that was quite ridiculous what happened there. It was Saint-Maximin going all the way to the byline, no idea what he was doing, and then what did he do here? He went for the shot and it hit off the post, hit off the other post, and then yeah, that's just unbelievable. And BELOTTI was there, so there's his first goal. Come on, that's what I want to see. Oh, that was ridiculous. That was just being there at the right time that got him there. I think we do need to make a change though, because it's not quite working at the moment. So I'm going to bring on Morelos for Saint-Maximin, because as much as he did get the assist there, I think he was a little bit fortunate. Danny Ceballos is going to come off, and we're going to stick on João Moutinho again. Jacob Murphy not having the best of games, so we'll put Javi Manquillo on the right-hand side. So a triple substitution just to try and freshen us up a little bit, try and get us across the line here. Come on. I think we deserve to win, so let's go out there and try and win it. 10 minutes to go. Are we going to get another highlight? That's the question. I don't think we are. I think it's going to go all the way to the final whistle. Demand more. It's not going to happen. There you go, full time. Brentford shut up shop in the end. And it's a disappointment that we didn't quite get the victory, but I suppose it shows how far we've come that we're disappointed with that. We were 1-0 down, but 2.83 XG, we just didn't take those chances, and that's a bit of a pity. So hands on hips. Disappointed. We should have won with the amount of chances we made, and that's just the way it goes, I suppose. You know, there's no doubt in that. Let's have a little look at Tarkowski. Would he be good enough to slot into our side right now? I mean, they're saying he's only a 2-star. I think that's a little bit harsh. I think he would be better than that. Where would he come in? He'd come in as our 6th best centre-back. Obviously, Fernandes is going. Declan Rice doesn't play at centre-back, but he could do. It's not a bad idea with the midfield depth we've now got. But he's not having the best of seasons, I suppose. It's not something we really need to look at. Hoffman. Shashusha. Samuel Shashusha. From Tenerife. There you go. Corona. I mean, this is the thing. He's very good. Oh, he's actually a pretty good wing back. Would he be somebody we'd be able to bring in as a wing back? What are we looking at? So, good dribbling, good crossing, good pace, good first touch. I mean, he looks on paper like he should be amazing, but he is 29. How much would he be looking for? Can we approach to sign him? Well, we can. I don't think he would be a star player. Let's go for regular starter. That seems fine to me. Let's go for a 2-year contract instead. Right, let's try and fix this down. 80k. Yeah, here we go. That's how you back your players into a corner. I'd be quite happy with that, a new right wing back, because I think we do need one. We've got Lottie on the left, who's starting to come into his own. We do need somebody that's going to slot in at right wing back, and he does look like somebody that could do that, so I'll be pretty happy with that. And he has been somebody coming up on the scout reports for a long time now. But there you go, ANDREA BELOTTI, man of the match. Don't really see it, but we'll put our arm around him and say, you played really well. So, when do we want to come back? That's looking a lot better now, isn't it? Those green dots. You know, it hasn't been since the start of the season that we've had that sort of form. So, yeah, quite happy with that. But what we've got coming up is a home game against Tottenham, then an away match against Manchester United, bookending a tie against Blackburn in the 4th round. Yeah. How about we come back for the Leeds match in March? It's away from home. It's going to be a tricky one, and hopefully we'll have got through this with at least some points and not lost them all. That's hopefully what's going to happen. And things will be looking up, and we'll maybe only have 2 more episodes this season. Depending on how we do in the FA Cup, we may well go on and have a good run in that and have some semi-final action. But we are starting to look towards next season now, because we are looking pretty safe in the Premier League after today's exploits. 11 points clear. Maybe we can have a late run at Europe. We'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, if you have enjoyed that, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for more Football Manager content. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.